So, as usual, everything breaks when I think I'm ready. My stuff totally broke yesterday. It's been a fun week of just everything breaking. Get one new thing, two other things break. I hope you're all doing well. So yesterday I was setting up for a different camera angle, which looks like this over here. I can just swing my mic over, and then you can see the synth and hear me. And we've got the tracking. I got my phone here, and I got another light. Oh, and then I'd have to see the stream from my iPad because I'm facing away from the computer. I'm going to turn all that off for now, as we are still in the intro of the video. I got that thing set up. As I was doing that, the camera wasn't connecting the first try, so I restarted the computer. My caster software, which is my virtual routing, mixing, audio device routing software, that had an update, so I updated it, and then my mic was no longer going to OBS on a separate channel. So I tried to troubleshoot that, sent the developer an email to get the previous version installed. I got that working again. I rolled back one version. They found the bug. They were able to fix that. So new synth here. Let's turn off that filter and go to synth station. So this is the Behringer Poly-D, which is basically like a Mini Moog clone, but with extras. And I have been really enjoying it. So that came this week, got that set up. In the process of that, I found 2, maybe 3 analog cables, my like TRS cables that were just broken. They would just cut out constantly. The very first time I plugged it in to my rack, one of the fiber optic cables stopped working. So it's like one new thing comes, 3 things break. So annoying. For another stream, I also got a Moog Mavis, which is a kit. It'll take about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to build, and then the rest of the time playing. So yeah, this is my first Moog synth. Supposed to save that for Father's Day, but oh well. I think my wife was just very excited and had too much money in the bank. Let's jump into the new synth from Baby Audio. BA1 from Baby Audio. It is a pretty cool synth. If I have one complaint, it's the long loading time to bring it into view. And I don't know if that's just the VST3 version, if that's just how plugins are these days. They're very heavy. But this is based on a Yamaha, I want to say CS1, I think it was. I'm probably wrong about that. They have a great video on their website about, you know, kind of the history and what everything does. So this is not going to be that today, but just a brief overview. It's an old synth that looked like a toy, but was actually a real analog synth. It's got 2 oscillators. You can crossfade between them. So this is like your mixer. You've got a FM option, which kind of blends in like an octave to warp the pitch of the oscillators. Filter section. In the envelope section, there is an option to sync the attack time to your tempo, which I haven't really seen anywhere. LFO can also be synced to tempo, swap between the LFO on the oscillators or on the filter. There's a built-in sidechain function, so you can duck from an external source, or if it's set sync internal, then it's just an automatic quarter note pulse for the sidechain. And then this slider is how much of it. You can have it pre or post effects. Speaking of effects, there is sort of a 2-band tone shaping sort of thing, darkness, brightness, and drive controls here, delay, reverb, chorus, and then I think this is really interesting, like a battery level, which introduces warble, distortion, hiss, and things like that, which very cool. In addition to that, you can make it velocity sensitive or not. You can MIDI learn anything. You can make it polyphonic or monophonic. You can change the colors. So there's 4 color options. And then there is a sort of intelligent algorithm for generating a new preset. So a random button, but a little bit smarter. Do I have any keyboards plugged in? Probably not. So there we're hearing this detuned saw pad. I've probably messed up my preset here, but yeah. They're not sponsoring this stream. I tried to get them to sponsor the stream. They're like, nah, fuck off. But I am an affiliate. They did send me this for free, and I've worked with them many times. Not in a specifically paid to review this thing or anything like that. So they sent me this a little bit early. And I have a little demo project here that I'll play. So the challenge here was making all the sounds with BA1. So all the drums, crashes, cymbals, there's pads, there's a couple arps. That's all BA1. There are 2 other effects in this project. Super VHS, also from Baby Audio. I love this thing. This is like your lo-fi go-to sort of tool. It's got sort of like a Juno chorus kind of thing. Sort of like somewhere between a Juno chorus and a Dimension D kind of chorus effect. Distortion, noise kind of generator. Wash is just a lush reverb, sort of. Lush, but lo-fi at the same time. Drift is pitch shift. So that plugin is on the intro section. That's so that's 100% wet on the pads. So it gets turned off at that section. The other thing is on the drums, there's parallel aggressor. So here's the drums on their own. I have a video dedicated to parallel aggressor from years ago. It worked really well for this, I think. Increases the volume, adds some distortion, compression, filtering in a nice way. The arpeggio stuff I actually recorded. I used the sequencer from the Korg Minilog, and then recorded that in as MIDI, and then kind of cut it up and made this work. I really like that sound. What do you guys think? Sounds good. Super VHS is chef's kiss. It was a fun challenge. Spent a lot of time micromanaging this. I knew it's just going to be work in progress and never complete. And after this video, I'll never touch it again, probably. I was trying to think of how I could make this into like a YouTube short or something like that. But this is it. This is the video. This is all they're getting. But if you're interested in this plugin, click the link. It's reaper.blog/babyaudio. That will be an affiliate link if you buy it or anything from them. That will kick back something to me. And I'd really appreciate it. It's a great way to support what I do here and also get yourself a cool plugin. Hopefully they improve the load time on this because this is quite significant. It could just be the graphics. You know, there's a lot of graphics. There's like a slight texture on everything, and it's a very nice looking plugin. But I would take crappy looks over long load time personally. This video here, great video. Great aesthetic, great editing in this. Recommend watching that. Great overview of everything, and in the background of the video here you can see the original hardware. Good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, Reaper 6.79 is out now. It's mostly a bug fix update, but there are some good things in here, such as effects include saved chains in browser, all plugins view. So let's go over to Reaper and we'll open up the effects browser. And in here, when we go to all plugins, if we scroll down far enough, we'll actually get to effects chains. So eventually here we are. So effects chains. So I've got a video effects chain. I've got, what I got? Dialogue effects chains. So that stuff will be available when you are in the all plugins view, rather than having to specifically click on the effects chains kind of section of here. And also, if you search and make sure that when you're on all plugins view, always search all effects when using search field. When this is checked, and I search for something like black, I see my black 76, black box. I also see my effects chain for like a fade to black function for video editing. Doing something like searching for vocal. There are plugins with the word vocal in it. There's also several saved effects chains. So that comes up when you search and when you're just browsing the all plugins function. Media Explorer, add actions to edit metadata tags. This is a great thing. So if we are in a database, let's say here. So we're in a database and we've got various sound effects and things here. So let's just jump to the action list and I'll show you here. Search for metadata and make sure you're in the Media Explorer section of the action list. We've got edit, tag, album, artist, BPM, comment, custom tags, date, description. Every column now has an action to bring up a window to edit that. This works for the single selected file and also multiple. So this is a huge workflow change for bulk editing descriptions and tags for sound effects. So I've got mine set up on F5, F6, F7, F8, F9. It's been a little while since I've used this. I set this up in the betas, and then I think it was 1 or 2 updates where I didn't use it at all, being on the release version. So I've got to remember, title is F5, F6 is artist, F7 album, F8 comment. These you'll need to assign yourself, but yeah, super easy. I don't use the F keys all that much, so I figured this is a good use for them. So I'll just select this item. I'll press F5. The window to edit the metadata for title comes up, and I can just type in ocean waves. as the title. Okay, I'll just put in bubbling. And if you know who made the file, or like if you can tell what folder it's in and things like that, you can put in more information. But let's go to my full sound effects library, or the Foley library. There's a bunch of spear sounds. So for title, I can just put spear for all of them. Why this is a big improvement is because you used to have to right-click, or select them, right-click, go to Edit Metadata Tag, and then come down to find that thing such as comment or description, and then fill it in there. And then it would apply to all. The only other thing you can do is double-click in one of the columns to type in, but that doesn't apply to multiple items at a time. So this is just one of those things that has a lot of impact on how likely you are to actually put in the effort of labeling your effects. And once you're done with the effects, this isn't new, but it's something that was added a while ago. You can write the edited metadata to the media, and now that change is actually on each of those files. Track grouping, support changing group color in track grouping parameters dialog, and support removing track from all other groups in track grouping parameters dialog. So we're going to get a couple tracks here. Let's select them all. And I'm going to open up the track grouping parameters. I got a shortcut here for that. But now there's a color box, which is pretty cool. So let's set this to, I'll just do all. Actually, no, I'll do none, and I'll just do load defaults. There we go. So that color is there. We're choosing the color for the stripe on those linked parameters. So yeah. Color is there. If I select one track, let's say track 1, I select group 2, and then I can click on remove from other groups, and then load default flags. And there I've got track 1 in its own group. So this is just a shortcut for getting something out, a single track out of another group when you need to put it into a new group. So super small things, but very beneficial. Yeah, that was the two things for the grouping. There's colors, and there's removing one group or one track from other groups from within the one window. So if you use track grouping and stuff a lot, I'd highly recommend adding that button to your main toolbar. If you want to customize your toolbar, right-click, customize, click on add, and then select the actions you want. From there, if you want to choose an icon, just right-click on it, and you'll get your icon list. That's it for what's new in Reaper 6.79. Like, there's a bunch of other things, but it's all bug fixes, unimportant, edge case sorts of things, unimportant to most users. But yeah, those 3 or 4 things that I showed there are what I think are the most important there. Soundly has a free plugin called Place It. Tim Nielsen, sound designer, said Soundly has released a free plugin called Place It that takes their speakerphone-ish part out of their text to voice and makes it into a free plugin that is going to be super handy. I'm going to go over to getsoundly.com/tools. If you don't know, Soundly is a sound effects management software similar to Reaper's Media Explorer. Integrates really well with Reaper as well, but it's also a subscription to a sound effects library. It's a free version, paid version, if you want to get a bunch of sound effects to fill out your library as you're working on a particular job. It's one good option for that. So Place It is a free plugin that lets you put your sound into some sort of device and then into some sort of space. So here it is, Place It by Soundly. What kind of sound should we get? How about a gunshot? So there's you heard the clean gunshot, and here it is playing through in-ear earbuds in a basement. And let's phone loudspeaker. And we'll have that in the kitchen. So we can dial in the amount of the speaker. And how much of the rim. So it's like a speaker emulator and a reverb. Oh, and so I thought this was a proximity to wall. It's actually how much, what's the word? There's a specific word for this. It might be occlusion. Okay, so let's do a radio announcement. No, let's do an announcement speaker. And let's do a outdoor between buildings. And let's just check the effects parameter list. Speaker, speaker active, speaker amount, wall, space, space active, space mix, reverb length, bypass, program, bypass, wet, delta. So program, what is program? Probably the presets. So there's a bunch of presets here, has its own preset management. Plus you can choose any of these combinations. It's pretty cool. Let's take a drum loop. How do I not have an amen break? Okay, let's take that. I feel like it's still too much bass for a laptop, but at the same time, it does feel fairly realistic. Like if that's a laptop, that's a pretty good sounding laptop. Here's a neighbor's radio. So yeah, only thing we need to add to that is, I should just use Fast Effects Finder. BX, what's that bass one? Maybe I don't have it, actually. I don't have it. Okay, so let's do unfiltered basement. Put that before that. Super fat bass. Yeah, this is what my neighbors hear. My neighbors are listening to drum and bass today, whether they like it or not. So yeah, soundly place it. Useful tool for post-production. Putting what you see on the screen and making sure that like sound effects, library stuff sounds like it should without the hassle of actually recording it in that space. Pretty cool. Pat says this could be really cool for sound design. I can imagine a lot of creative effects already. Absolutely. Dialogue editing where you got to put it into, you got to make that voice sound like it's coming out of a speaker, coming out of the TV, that sort of thing. This is a good way to do that. Speakerphone is kind of like the industry standard $400 library of impulse responses, essentially like filters for speakers and ways to distort that, and also putting those things in spaces. Another one is Futzbox by McDSP. I have that, but I haven't bought the update for that yet, so it won't run on my Mac. Other than that, like just like fog convolver and any like convolution reverb can basically do that as well. You might just want to use two of them, one for the filter and one for the space. And I kind of want to make this sort of thing. I mentioned this last week with the small speakers. I want to do this sort of thing. I've got 3 sets of small speakers now that I can do this with. Place It by Soundly. Worth picking up. I think it's useful. Maybe you won't use it for music, but intro, outro sort of thing, or breakdown could be useful there. Other alternatives, but it's free and seems well designed, may as well. Quick way to delete sound files from my session I don't need, thanks in advance. Yeah, so file menu, clean project, current project directory. If you don't have your files well organized, I would recommend not using this too often. If you don't have separate media folders for every project. In this case, this is an unsaved project, so this is showing my entire Reaper media folder. And I've got stuff from many different days unsorted. I could lose something important if I just deleted everything here. But if I go to a different project, like the BA1 demo from earlier, and then I go to File, Clean Project Directory, well, in this case, it's all MIDI files, so there's nothing to remove, but that would be the case. It would show you the few items that you don't need anymore, and you could safely move them to the recycle bin. I would like to color my media item independent of the track color. I can't figure out a way to do this. Preferences, appearance. So themes override this function here now, or they have since like version 4 or 5. Other than that, like once you color a track, your media on that track will follow that, at least for take 1. Take 2 and beyond will usually recolor. And when I want to change the color, I use the action set active take to custom color, I think it is. Yeah. It's also items set to custom color. Either of those will work. So yeah, if you have multiple takes, let's say I take this item and paste it in there as a new take. They are different colors, but the item color, I think, is different than the take color. I'm not sure. Yeah, in this case, I tried to color the item to a different color, and it didn't work. Once there's multiple takes there, then that doesn't always work. So I'm trying to color it yellow. It won't change the yellow, but I can change the take color. That's no problem. Any of the ones that haven't been manually changed will follow the track color. You can also select all, right-click, and item and take colors. You want to set active takes to default. No, I don't know. It's a lot of steps. It's annoying. One of those actions should work. Either set active take to custom color, or item set to custom color. One of those actions. This is why I have them on the toolbar. Hopefully that answers the question. Using a track for notes, and I want to use them for labeling different sections of the song with different colors. Yeah, that's a good idea. You might want to just do something like, yeah, I've got this on Command Shift B, set active take to one random color. So I can, a lot of times when I'm working on MIDI stuff, my like verse and chorus sections might be different. So like these two items here are the same, and these two items are the same. This one, this one, this one, they're I guess they're not really the same, but close enough. They serve the same purpose. So I can do Command-Shift-B, and I'll just hit that a couple times, just so they're different. Yeah. So that's what I do quite often, just so that I can keep things organized. So I'm going to do Command-Shift-B. Now those are a different color, and a little easier to spot the difference. I'm not very particular about which color, just as long as it's different than the one beside it. I don't care. So you guys were telling me last week that I should try out Oi-Grandad, a four-voice granular synthesizer. I tried saying granular and voice at the same time and got gross. A 4-voice synthesizer. Inspired by modular synthesis and certain lazy DAW composition workflows. I think it's Crashed Reaper. Yeah, so this is unfortunately not working here. All right, so we'll try again with previous release. I got one to play. I press another key and it stops. Seems a little unreliable. Let's move on. Let's just do something else. This is a huge waste of time. Brief overview of the Poly-D. This is a analog synth in the style of a mini Moog. Very similar layout for about half of it. Oscillator, mixer, controllers, the mod wheel and stuff. Very similar to a real mini Moog. Has 4 oscillators instead of 3. It has a polyphonic mode, or like a 4-voice polyphonic sort of thing. Filter is the same. Loudness contour, the envelopes are the same. But then it's got its own distortion section here. Chorus similar to a Juno, and a sequencer that is pulled out of other Behringer synths. Integrates with modern hardware easily. It's got 5-pin MIDI, it's got USB, works as a MIDI controller. It has a bit of software to help with configuring it. So things like the mod wheel can be set from to go from up to 20% up to 300%. So I think I have mine at 300%, which is really cool. There's a velocity sensitivity thing where if you hit it harder, it sends kind of an accent to the synth, which opens the filter a little bit more. So let's kind of reset here. Yeah, if you're wondering, there's no presets. I would say it's a straightforward synth, but in a way it's not, because it has a lot of things that are very much like a mini Moog and nothing else that's really like that. So it's very different from my Korg synth, but it's also very, very fun. Here it is with the triangle oscillator. It's on the lowest octave, the 32-foot. Distortion off, chorus off, everything off. Filter is wide open on low pass and no contour, sustain up. So it's a little bit of a dirty triangle wave. This, I think they call a shark tooth wave. So that's a single oscillator on the shark tooth. Here's a saw wave. And the volume jumps. I think that's kind of normal. My Korg jumps. And it's going to be more perceived louder because of the higher harmonics and stuff. Square wave. And there's sort of square waves, but with different sort of like pulse widths. So this is a 50%, I think they would call it. Or maybe that's 100. I think that's what it was, 100, 50, and 25%. So again, that's a single oscillator on square wave. Let's take a second oscillator. Let's do an octave higher. And again, on the same pulse wave or square wave oscillator, and we'll turn that up. So that's an octave higher. Could also put it same octave. Or we could change the pulse width. So there isn't a modulator for changing pulse width. There isn't a modulator for adjusting individual oscillator volumes, just the loudness overall. There isn't even an LFO for volume. There is LFO for filter and or oscillator, but not one for each. There is an external input, external volume. I've got this set up as a feedback loop right now. So if I turn this on, you can get some pretty neat effects, but it does get loud for sure. I think unlike the Mini Moog, the keyboard note priority can be changed. So this has options of high, low, or last. And I have it on last. I found that to be the most intuitive way to use it. So high priority would be if you're holding a low note, you play a high note after it, you would hear the high note, and when you let go, it will jump back down to the low note if you're holding it. Opposite is true on the low mode, where if you play a if you play a high note, you won't hear that because the low note takes priority in monophonic mode. And then in the last mode, I can tap a key and it kind of bounces back to, it sort of like re-triggers any held notes. It feels somewhat unique to playing on a Mini Moog. You don't really think about polyphony on a lot of other synths, especially with VSDs. That was 2 oscillators. Let's add in a third one. Let's do the that's three pulse waves with different widths, and they're all going through. There's a bit of filter adjustment. The knobs feel nice and smooth, not at all cheap. Okay, so moving on to the contour. When I'm playing it, I'm actually not moving the cutoff frequency too often. I usually keep it at the minimum or close to, and then as I'm playing it, I'm adjusting the amount of contour or the envelope for the filter. There's attack, decay, and sustain. So I might do something like let's just do a quick sequence here. And mostly I'm just adjusting the amount of contour. Rather than adjusting the frequency. To me, that is a much more interesting sound. You get that little thump at the beginning. I think it's probably just backordered. My wife scoured the internet and found the only one in Canada. Cosmo Music in Canada seems to have them. I don't know if it's discontinued. All right, let's switch over to the sawtooth. And I could also put on a fourth oscillator. The fourth oscillator has one different oscillator type. Instead of the shark tooth, it has a ramp. So here's triangle, ramp, sawtooth, and then the three square wave shapes. And those two sounds are very similar. Sort of like the polarity of the ramp. The oscillator is moving upward at the start of the cycle or not. And there's also the LFO. Which, yeah, again, you probably can't hear the difference. Let's do the 4 oscillators. Your first synth was a Juno 6. Lucky. Yeah, I mean, Juno 6 would be a great first synth. I'm not sure what the distortion is modeled on, if it's like a DS1, for example, or a Tube Screamer. It just has a distortion knob, which doesn't really increase the level that much. So it's not really like an additional gain stage. It's very... Maybe 3 to 6 dB it increases. Just gets kind of fuzzier. And then there's a tone. Sort of like a Big Muff tone control, but less bad. And then there's an overall level. The chorus. I really like that you can play something in on any key and then transpose it instantly by just playing another key. So unlike the sequencer on like the Korg, where you have to play it in again, like whatever notes you play into the sequencer always plays that. If I play and then I press play again, it remembers that last note, which is really cool. So there's like the step sequencer thing there. There's also the arpeggio, which I could just hold a chord. And if I have enough hands, I can hit the hold button on there. So without the chorus, and then there's a mode 2. Seems a little wider, but faster modulation. And then, like Juno, you can press both. There's a lot more wobble to it. I'm going to bring in the yeah. So hours have gone by from my week, like almost an entire day just playing with this over the past week since like Tuesday, I think this came in. And I don't love the chorus. I feel like it needs a mix control. That would be really helpful. The chorus sounds good on certain things. So I've mostly been playing bass sorts of things. Let's turn off the ARP. So you can get some cool sounds with it. I think you can make the chorus work, but it's very inflexible. So later today, we'll plug in a different chorus. So we haven't talked about modulation yet. We talked about the filter. There's attack, decay, and sustain. Same with the loudness section. So there's a switch for decay, which I've only noticed make a difference, I think, on the ARP. So even though the decay switch is off, it does affect the arpeggio. And if I turn it on, so with it off, I think it's a gate effect, where it's a hard stop. And on, it's a fade out, I think. And some people complain about the click on the attack from the reviews that I've seen. But generally, you can turn the attack down a little bit. And it's all good. So even though I have it on, even though I have it set to 5-second decay time, with the gate isn't open for 5 seconds. But I can put the decay on, the decay switch on, and then it matches that time. Next up is the modulation. Which probably took me the longest time to figure out. Let's just put it on a single oscillator, 16-foot, and we'll switch on oscillator modulation. 2 switches and a knob here that adjusts modulation in the controller section. Then there's an LFO rate and the mod wheel, and also this switch for the shape. So all of these things control the one LFO or the one modulation source. We can blend between noise or LFO and oscillator 4 or filter envelope. So there's kind of 4 different sources for modulation, but you can only use a blend of the 2 at the most without going into external devices or receiving from external devices, which I'd like to show a bit later on today. If I've got this knob set to noise LFO, that activates this toggle or noise or mod source, external source, or LFO. LFO rate is controlled here above the mod wheel. The amount is the mod wheel. So unlike many other synths, where there's a separate knob for amount and you don't have to use the mod wheel except for as an expression, this actually is the amount. It's not just a controller. I believe that's something from the original Minimoog, but it's not something that I'm used to with VSTs. Hope that makes sense. And then for the shape of the LFO, we have triangle or square. So square will jump between the lowest and highest values. And it gets into like audio range. So I've got this on oscillator modulation, which enables it for all of the oscillators. Filter modulation is off. With no modulation, sounds like this. It gets very fast. I do have this set to 300% in the software. That was the triangle wave. Here's the square wave. Okay, taking that off the oscillators and putting that onto the filter, same thing. So that's the mod wheel and the LFO being used as the modulator. Switch it from filter to oscillator modulation, and we'll set it to the noise source. Noise source is just a white or pink noise. Volume makes no difference here. So, and we don't have to have it switched on either. So the type does make a difference, but the volume here isn't necessary unless we want to also hear it. But we're actually going to use the white noise as a modulation source. And again, you have to turn up the mod wheel to get this to work. But the LFO rate, that makes no difference. The shape makes no difference. And I think maybe the 300% mod wheel doesn't work so well with the pink and white noise. But let's put that onto the filter. It's something you can do, at least. Maybe a little more useful when you're blending it into something else. Okay, so turning the modulation mix over to the left fully, we've got oscillator 4 and filter envelope. Let's go with filter envelope first. So we're going to, let's modulate the oscillator. So, by the filter envelope. So contour amount is at 0, and I'll just put this kind of at a random spot here. So full filter is open, but we're going to use this filter envelope with keyboard control turned off to modulate the frequency of oscillator 1. And if I turn down the sustain on that, here's the lowest note it can do. Pretty nasty. So we could just use the sustain up. Sort of like different than the pitch wheel, obviously. But, you know, maybe that's cool if we also blend in the noise source. So let's put that on pink noise, put the modulation mix in the middle, and then turn up the mod wheel. And we can prefer more of the filter versus the noise. It's a thing you can do. You might not like it. I'm probably not going to use that one too much. Oscillator 4 is just a more traditional low frequency oscillator. We put it on the low switch. We have 6 different shapes we can choose from. Volume makes no difference unless we want to actually have that in the audio path. There's a switch for control, on or off. When it's on, then the keyboard chooses the LFO frequency. When that's off, it's still going to be triggered by the keyboard, but it's going to kind of just stay at one frequency, which is set by the oscillator. So control is on. Oscillator 4, the only thing we have to do here is turn up the mod wheel. So if you want the note pitch to affect the LFO speed, which is kind of a cool effect, then you want to have it on oscillator control. Otherwise, and then we can also put it into the more audible range frequencies. And go incredibly fast with this, to the point where we're almost not even hearing that as a wobble anymore. It's changing so fast that it almost becomes a buzz over it. And then we have all the different shapes as well. And that's where you really hear the difference between the ramp and the saw shapes. I think that's pretty much all I know about the modulation. Okay, so next we've got this, which is a 16-step sequencer from Rucci Electronics. It's battery powered. You can send out this sequence to modulate this. Okay, so this is currently unsynced to the sequencer, everything. But I can sync it as well. I think that's the third jack on here. No, that's sync in, I think. It needs labels on the top, unfortunately. So it's not exactly right. It's the wrong kind of pulse for this, but it's not controlled by the LFO rate. I think it's the tempo gate. Seems to just be like doing the whole sequence each time. But the lights are cool at least. So I do prefer it without the this thing has different modes. So it'll play the whole sequence in this mode. It'll just do certain. So right there, it's just doing the first 8. Or just the first 2. Or random. But we could also plug it into a different modulation source. Let's try a different chorus. So this is the Boss CE5 chorus ensemble. This is a pedal that I got in high school probably. So 2002 maybe, 2001. It has a level control, rate, depth, and a 2-band filter thing. It's pretty beat up. Mono in, stereo out. I've always liked that about it. And so it'll do like vibrato sort of sounds. Let's compare it to the built-in chorus. Let's do a little, yeah, I like this one more for this. I don't have another chorus. I should get a C3 or something. And without a chorus. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm pretty sure these pedals are very expensive now. I got this at a pawn shop however many years ago, 20 years ago. My, oh, there we go. I'm gonna get a phaser. Okay. Where were we? Phaser was working, it just doesn't have a working light. So it's not a tube screamer. So let's try the super overdrive. All knobs up. That's on the Behringer. What's better? I don't take requests. I don't know. It's like the built-in distortion is more papery or something. Yeah. All right. Next option. One other. Ha, as if I had only one other option now. I've got this big, stupid, big muff with the jacks the wrong way. And this is a modded. I did something to it and I lost like something. Mine is circuit bent, so in this mode it can sound real terrible. I find it so hard to get this to work with anything most of the time. I feel like the TS7 probably worked the best. I've also got this one, Acapulco Gold, which only has a volume control. It's loud. Just warning you. TS7, normal mode. All right, so here's the Super Phaser, which is another like vintage pedal. Had a really long time. Not a big fan of it because it's a 10-stage phaser. Or 12. More stages a phaser has, the like narrower and sharper it gets. So I'll put the rate all the way down, depth all the way up, resonance starting at 0. You can hear that the bandwidth really narrows. I often have a very hard time getting this to like work with anything because it can be such a harsh pedal. Okay, that's what the synth is at now. I just changed to square wave and the octave down. Okay, so let's get some stereo action there. Stereo chorus, and then I've got a flashback, the original one. And analog mode. So digital, analog, tape. Oh, I need some feedback to really hear that. Analog. Lo-fi is like a 12-bit, something like that. Dynamic is ducking. Got modulated. Ping pong. Slap. Reverse. I think I skipped a looper mode. And then tone print is my own like post-rock sort of guitar thing. But just sort of like a modulated delay. So probably the tape mode. Although I did like the slap quite a bit too. So more stereos. Good. Hall of Fame from TC Electronic. Really like this pedal. There's like a Hall of Fame 2 and a bunch of others now. This is like my first good reverb pedal. I've used it a lot in mixing, actually. I hate it. All the lows drop out of this, out of the super phaser. So keep it plugged in, but maybe I'll run the feedback loop through that instead. All right, I'm gonna stop the sequence and just play some notes through this. So that's the super phaser in the feedback loop. Kind of weird. It's hard to see it, isn't it? So now all these pedals are after the output of the synth, but this pedal is in the processing chain. And I don't like that so much in there, actually. Let's put the SD one in there. So, super overdrive in the effects loop. Not effects loop, feedback loop. And the tone knob changes the pitch of the feedback. So I've got the drive and the tone all the way up, and I'm just adjusting the level on the pedal. Well, guys, I think I've run out of things to say about this. I've had a really good time today, though. I might end up making a video like 5 things to do with a Poly-D. I don't know. I just want to keep playing with it, though, at the same time. Thank you all for coming today. I had a really good time. All the technical difficulties in the world, but we figured it out. We got it working. And yeah, we're going to have another great, I don't know, 30 something more weeks of having fun. As I mentioned before, I've also got the Moog Mavis here that we will build on a stream. I don't know if we're going to do that next week. I'm going to try to hold off and we'll do it on stream, and then we'll play with that. See how we can integrate that in with the Poly-D. Also like to get some sort of hardware drum machine for fun as well. I'm going to chop this up into a video or two. Yeah, that's it for the stream today. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all my patrons and channel members. They help support what I do here. More videos next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you next time. Yeah, be sure to like the video. Thanks.